My fellow Sierra Leoneans, my name is Senesi Jani Tarawali, commonly called London Jet, Blama's finest, the man who conjures something out of nothing, and I am a Madabio supporter. In 2018, President Nkrumah will wave his final goodbye to the long-suffering people of Sierra Leone. I'm here today to tell you why Madabio is the best alternative to President Nkrumah. Our number one priority is the removal of the APC political machine from government. Our country is bleeding. Our country is on its knees. This is not the time to take a chance on potential. Our people are suffering an unbearable misery. So when selecting a candidate for the next election, SLPP members will have to take into account the circumstances on the ground. We cannot ignore the many obstacles in our way to victory. A ruthless political mafia runs our government, creating an ever-increasing divisions and lawlessness on a scale unimaginable only a few short years ago. I must stress, we will be facing a ruthless, well-financed political machine that operates just like the worst mafia organization around the world. They take no prisoners and are prepared to subvert the democratic rights of our citizens. A formidable political machine that is prepared to do anything to maintain its hold on to power. A government that is in total control of the state apparatus. A government that controls the National Electoral Commission. A government that has gerrymandered our country. These are people who would do anything to stay in power. They are ruthless. After 9 years of incompetence, waste, and the development of a political mafia, hell-bent on turning our fragile democracy into a certifiable failed state, most people do not feel any better. Their lives have not improved, and they have lost confidence in the government's ability to lead this country into the new direction. A friend of mine asked me recently why I hate President Nkrumah, Dr. Kandeyom Keller, Andrew Kiley, John Benjamin, Alpha Timbo. Really? I don't hate President Nkrumah. I hate what he has done to our country. He is my president too. And I would love to erect a memorial statue to his eternal beautiful legacy. But alas, what legacy? Our country is in ruins. Our nation is bleeding. Our people are suffering unbearable misery. Tribal tensions and insensitivity increasing with alarming rapidity, and not much sustainable development to boast about. A country that should be a beautiful experiment in building democracy is now effortlessly transitioning into an elected dictatorship. I don't hate our supreme emperor Ernest Nkrumah. I hate everything he has done to our beautiful Sierra Leone. His actions, the religion of duty, and poor judgment. Emerson Bakari has reminded Sierra Leoneans with his latest song, Munku Boss Pamachis, of just how high the stakes are in our society. Our country is bleeding. Our country is on its knees. Our people are suffering unbearable misery. The cancer at the heart of our rotten society is the APC political mafia. Now, at a time like this, it is a fair question to ask, what are the SLPP political leaders doing? Well, let me tell you. For the past 2 to 4 years now, the John Benjamins, the Andrew Kileys, the Alpha Timbos, the Kandayam Kellers have been focusing on Operation Destroy Madabio. That has been their top priority. They have told their lieutenants, surrogates, and supporters to go out there and destroy Madabio. They have created a greater animosity and rancor within the rank in the SLPP the past 24 months. It is clear from the available evidence that that has been their top priority. Now compare and contrast that with the actions of Madabio. He has consistently asked his supporters and any and all Sierra Leoneans to come together, work together, despite our differences and disagreements. He accepts that he is not everybody's cup of tea, or indeed political choice. But he is determined to work with anyone to forge progress and development in our society. Has any of his opponents accepted the olive branch from him? Hell no. They have remained determined on their course to enact and execute Operation Destroy Madabio. Sierra Leone deserves a fair debate about the future direction of travel. The SLPP should be part of that debate, promoting our values and inspiring our fellow citizens to believe that we can do better as a society. But we cannot enhance that debate with allegations, smear campaigns, innuendo, and gossip. Madabio is a loyal and devoted member of the SLPP. What does anyone gain by destroying a loyal, dedicated, and effective party member? Destroying Madabio only helps our mutual enemies, the APC political mafia. It makes no sense to destroy a valuable asset to our party. And they said, Madabio is the problem. My fellow Sierra Leoneans, let us look at what is happening to our country right now. Our country is bleeding. Our people are suffering unbearable misery. Our fragile democratic project is in tatters. Our government has failed time and time again to demonstrate in good faith in putting the people's agenda first. Under President Nkrumah's watch, the prices of most things have more than doubled. From rice, our national staple food, to kerosene, palm oil, and even matches. His cronies are making huge profits, whilst the masses are suffering under the harshest conditions in living memory. Is Madabio responsible for that? Funds from both within Sierra Leone itself and from assistance given by donor nations have been taken away from projects that could truly benefit the people to bring them out of poverty. Instead, these funds have been used to serve the specific and inordinate needs of government officials and urban elites who happen to be government supporters. Is Madabio responsible for that? Syndicate corruption cases by government envoys at diplomatic missions, ranging from China, UN, Canada, to the disgraceful and bogus APC city council mayors of Freetown and Kono, Depressing performance of the APC thieves on taxation, tax waiver scandal in the civil society report. Corruption case involving the purchase of Nassit Ferry, Guinea rice purchase scandal, and the failure to act on Shea Moses and Kevin Lewis' recommendation. Is Madabio responsible for that? The 2012 cholera outbreak demonstrated the government's inability to deal with a public health crisis. And now with Ebola, it is clear that this government does not care for our people. Total human disaster, total economic disaster, total national reputation in tatters. The system is not working. No constant running water, no constant electricity, no jobs for our youths. Is Madabio responsible for that? My fellow Sierra Leoneans, our country is going through an unbearable misery. The stakes are too high. We cannot afford to take a chance on the potential of the untried and untested. We cannot turn the presidency of Sierra Leone into a learning-on-the-job modern apprenticeship. We need a leader with a sound political judgment and political experience. Our country needs a charismatic leader, someone who can set the tone, hire the right people, tell them to do their jobs, and if they don't do their jobs, he fires them. Someone who can inspire people to work harder and harder. It will have to take a courageous leader to do that. We have that kind of opportunity with Madabio. In part 2, I will continue to tell you why Madabio is the best alternative to President Nkrumah, and why Madabio is not responsible for any of the failings of the current government. Thank you. Blama's finest, the man who conjures something out of nothing.